Hey guys, this is Escushion4. I'm here with a new video, and this one is a really interesting topic. I know a lot of you would like to hear about this, and I bet a lot of you don't even know about some of the stuff I'm going to talk to you about. It's a really good subject on these Dragon Ball figures that I haven't seen anybody covered, so I decided to do it because I thought this was very interesting, and I really am sad about this, but I think all you guys should know about it anyways. Okay, so I was on Dragon Ball Toys. It is all thanks to Dragon Ball Toys and mostly everything. I made a topic called Unreleased Dragon Ball figures, and I know I've seen pictures of them, but I wanted to actually have the pictures with me so I could show you guys of some of the unreleased Dragon Ball Z figures that have never been been able to come out. And there's only the prototypes, and very few people actually own them. There's some people actually own these prototypes and unreleased figures. There's one or two or maybe five that they've ever made, and a few people actually own them. And um, yeah, and I want to share this info with you guys, and it's mainly all thanks to Dragon Ball Toys here, because they really gave me they gave me a lot of the information and a lot of the pictures and all that. Thank you. And okay, so there's actually quite a lot of figures that Bandai America, Irwin, and Jakks have not released, that they never been able to release them. Um, well, first I start way back to when Bandai first started to start releasing the Saga Continue figures, and they used to have lots of ads in different toy magazines. Thank you, Jinzin, for this information on Dragon Ball Toys. They used to have quite a few ads on toy magazines and like Wizard books and Toy Fair magazines, and and they showed pictures of figures that they a lot of new figures that were actually going to be released, but never actually happened. There were Gohan and Krillin energy blasting figures, original ones, and everyone was pissed because that it didn't come out, because that was at the time the only Krillin figure that would ever that ever has been released, bald, inside the Super Collection Krillin figure. And here are the images of these guys. They're really cool. Here it is. And there's also the Zia battlers that were going to come out. And all these figures look awesome. The Vegeta look really cool. All the figures in the series, I mean, they looked really cool. They didn't look like they had some certain action or whatever that they did. It looked really cool. It would have been awesome for it to be released, but it never did. Here's a picture of that. Also, Jakks, you know how Jakks released their own first form Frieza? Well, actually, he was actually gonna come with his, his pod, his space pod that he comes in, that he usually travels around. He was actually gonna come in that, but that never got released either, and it seemed like the figure itself looked different, and I think actually it looked better from the picture than the one they actually released. I think it looks really cool, and they definitely, I really think they should release those. It would have been awesome to see, you know. But that was Jax right there. That didn't end up releasing it with the pod. Instead, they released it separately on its own. I don't know why that happened. Maybe because of the packaging, had to do totally different new packaging for that figure. I don't know what it was, but it never got released, and it would have been awesome to see that. Also, another new sculpts and new line of figures from Jax that never got released, would have been awesome for it to be released, were they were actually going to release some Oozarus, Great Apes. They were going to release a normal one, you know, non-Super Saiyan 1, and they were going to release the GT one, the golden one, the golden Oozaru, and those also never got released, and they look so awesome. They look great. They were huge though. From the image comparison, you see the golden Oozaru next to the movie collection Piccolo. You see, the movie collection Piccolo is supposed to be 12 inches, and the Oozaru is a lot taller than that if you compare them in the picture, so it was supposed to be really big. I don't know why they didn't release it. Maybe, like I said, because they had to spend more money on packaging, because they had to make totally new packaging, and because it was really big. I don't know, but they totally should have. That would have been awesome to see. Would have been awesome in like collection. You know, it looked really cool, and I don't know. It sucks that Jakks didn't release that. It looked awesome. It really did. It looked really cool. Also, Irwin actually had some figures that were never released either. There was actually a bomber jacket Goku Super Saiyan that never got released as well, and that looked like it would have been so awesome though. Like actually a few of the prototypes actually got like sold or given out, and there's actually members on Dragonballtoys actually own them. How awesome is that? So there's like 5, 10, I don't know how many that were actually given out, and look, they're so lucky to have that. And here's a picture of that one. Jakks also had unreleased Dragon Ball series, like the figures. You know how they had like the pirate robot, you know, Kid Goku, Kid Krillin, and General Blue, and all those. Well, they're actually gonna have, I think, another series, and that included Android 8. You know how awesome that would have been? I don't know why they never released that either. And here's a picture of Android 8. He looked really great, and I don't know what was up with that. That would have been awesome to see too. Gosh, so many figures that weren't released. It would have been so cool to have in collection. Um, Also, right before Irwin got like bankrupt and all that, and like, you know, lost license to Dragon Ball, they also had some other figures planned too, and they were actually pretty much like, I guess, other versions of the vehicles that they released, like you know, the Red Ribbon battle suit, the purple one that came with Android 17. They're gonna re-release that and like make it battle damaged looking. Um, as well as some other figures, some other vehicles like the cycle robot thing, the one that Goku comes in, the one that I have over there up there. Well, they were gonna release that one too, like battle damaged looking, um, and also the Trunks pod thingy, the one that came with Trunks with the long hair. I have pictures of those right there. It's called Stomp Cycle. Yeah, there's gonna be a battle damage version of that. And here's a picture of those. They also were planning to release some battle scenes as well. Like it would be 2 figures and then like a background or something, like a set, like a scene, you know, a scenery, and the background would be like damaged scenery in the background. Like here's a picture of one. See, it looked really cool, some of the stuff that they were planning to do, but they got bankrupt and stuff and lost license and all that. And they were actually going to do some pretty cool, obscure people. Like, if you see, I don't know if they were going to be action figures or, like, statues or, you know, stuff for display, but if you see these pictures of, they were going to release a Zarbon, a Saberman, Tien, Raccoon, and Battle Damage, Zarbon, and Battle Damaged, Guldo too. You know how awesome that would have been? They don't have Guldo figures, you know? So that would have been just so awesome to see these obscure figures. Here are the pictures. See that? Like, I wish I would have had those in my collection, but fortunately, never got released at all. And also, um, back then, IF Labs was also going to release some more Dragon Ball figures. You know how IF Labs released the Dragon Ball figures, the Bulma, the Yamcha, Kid Goku and all that, and Master Roshi, they were going to release some more apparently. And here's the unreleased Ox King figure right here, a picture of it. Also, I don't know if they're ever going to release these. It was already 2 years ago when they said they were going to Bandai America actually planned another Ultimate Collection series.